What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to our Crystal Palace preview here on Anfield Agenda. Believe it or not, even though we only played last night, the games are coming so thick and fast that it's already time for us to get the preview out there. And of course, hopefully, start to put right those wrongs from Atalanta and that 3-0 defeat last night. Still doesn't feel real. Sounds weird to say it, but we were beaten fair and square by the far better team on the day. And Jurgen has to get a response from the team because there were 7 cup finals left for us in the league and we've got to try and win them all. So what we're going to do here over the next few minutes is go through giving you my score prediction, my starting 11 prediction, and asking you guys to let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Drop a like on the video and please do hit that subscribe button. So I should start off with some injury updates. Jurgen said that the reason Trent was on the bench last night wasn't more so that he was able to play, but that because they had the ability to put in a 23-man squad. So it seems as if Trent was never really going to be coming off the bench last night, so I'm not expecting him to be available for Sunday, in the sense that I don't expect him to be starting the game. Maybe he gets some minutes off the bench, I don't know. Diogo, as we've seen, did return to the pitch and that's great to see. Bajcetic was also in the squad and hopefully we've got some positive news on Alisson Becker soon enough. So with all that in mind, just a reminder, the watch along does kick off from 1 PM on Sunday to 2 PM start for the game, so we'll be live an hour beforehand. And again, as you can see in the bottom right hand corner of the screen, tickets are on sale for our Dublin and Belfast shows at the Limelight and at the Academy in Dublin on May 31st for Belfast and June 2nd for Dublin. Love to see you. Come along and join us for the night. Tickets you can get via the link in the description or the QR code on the screen. Right, starting 11 prediction afterwards, but we'll start off with the score prediction. And I've tried to be realistic about this. I want a response. I want Liverpool to go out there and put Crystal Palace to the sword, but I can't be delusional about it. We haven't been playing well. We've been getting away with it for a while, and I've got to measure my own expectations accordingly. So with that, I've gone for a 2-1 victory for Liverpool. It sets it up for probably another nervy afternoon, but at this point I will take the win because we need to get back to winning ways. I think it's 3 wins in our last 7, and believe it or not, we have conceded the first goal in 20 games this season. That simply is not good enough, and we cannot carry on with those slow starts if we're to want to win this Premier League title. So we got to get out of the blocks fast and stop this napping, stop this first half sleepiness that we've had for a lot of the season. And of course, I want a lot better from our captain as well, Virgil van Dijk, who needs to lead these troops in a proper way, needs to lead them as a leader and go out there and lead by his actions and not these little huddles before the game. So let's get into the starting 11 now, and we'll start off with the goalkeeper and the centre backs as we always do. We have gone for Mr. Caoimhín Kelleher in goal until Alisson is back. Of course, Caoimhín will continue. And in the centre-back partnerships, I have I have dropped Ibrahima Konate and put Virgil van Dijk and Jarell Quansah in. I don't think Virgil van Dijk was particularly much better than Ibrahima Konate. I thought they were both terrible last night against Atalanta, but Virg is the captain, so one of them had to play, and I've gone with Virg. Quansah, again, want him to put right that mistake he made against Manchester United. I hope people get off the kid's back. It was just a mistake, and he has a long career ahead of him, and he'll probably have another mistake or two in him, as will all players. So this feels like a good opportunity for Quansah to put the United game behind him and put him in alongside Virgil van Dijk. Now into the full-back positions, and I have gone for Conor Bradley to come back in and Andy Robertson on the left-hand side. I'm going to stick to what I said last night. I hope we don't see Kostas Tsimikas on the pitch again because he's a liability. So I want Andy Robertson on the left side of defence and of course Conor Bradley to come back in for now on the right-hand side. Into midfield, and again I've shaken it up here a little bit. I've gone for Wataru Endo, who again didn't have the greatest game last night, but his consistency this season is been really impressive. So him to come back in with Harvey Elliott and Alexis McAllister, that is my midfield trio. Whatever is up with Dominic Szoboszlai this season, he just doesn't look like he's been able to get into a rhythm. We know the capabilities that he has. We know the tools that are at his disposal, but we're not seeing it consistently enough so far. And he looked really fatigued and tired early in games. I really don't know what that's about. Curtis Jones, I don't think he's good enough yet to come back in from what we've seen on his return from injury. Again, I think he's been brilliant for us this season overall. But for this game, I just think I need to go with players who I feel I trust to go out there and put in a response. So Harvey Elliott, Wataru Endo and Alexis McAllister is my personal preferred midfield trio. Going up to attack now, and look, before we go through these players, yes, there is going to be somebody dropped, and yes, we do need to be better in the final third. That isn't up for debate. The wastefulness that we have had over the last 3-4 games is crazy. And last night again, Atalanta, the away side, had more shots on target than us. We were so wasteful in front of goal, and it just cannot continue. So, what have I gone for in the front three? Well, this is how it looks. So, I have put Mohamed Salah back in. Those of you will remember that he was rested, of course, last night and came on. So I think it's only fair that Mo gets a chance to start in this one. I've rested Darwin Núñez, by the way, so don't expect him through the centre. And on the other side, Diaz. Neither of them are at their brilliant best, but they are probably the best options that we have right now. So Mohamed Salah on the wide right hand side and Lucho on the left. And I get it, people will probably have their own thoughts on this. They may want to drop another player or two, but for me, I think we need to be realistic about the availability we have up front, and I think Mohamed Salah and Lucho deserve to come back in. In the centre now, no surprises here. I have, of course, gone for Diogo Jota. Darwin Núñez need to spell on the sidelines now. Cody Gakpo, I actually thought put in quite a good performance yesterday. One of our better players on the pitch. And if Cody makes his way into the starting 11 for this game, I won't have any complaints about it. I just feel like we need to put our best foot forward. Diogo Jota, if he can play 60-65 from the start, that will be very handy, having him through the centre. Luis Diaz on the left, and of course Mohamed Salah on the right. So, to confirm, my Liverpool predicted 11 is Caoimhín Kelleher in goal, Conor Bradley at right back, Andy Robertson at left back, with Jarell Quansah and Virgil van Dijk in the centre back positions, Endo in midfield with Harvey Elliott and Alexis McAllister, and up top Salah on the right, Diaz on the left, and Mr. Diogo Jota through the middle. And my score prediction there, of course, is 2-1. So, I want to know how you guys are feeling. Seems to be a lot of pushback as well over the missing flags and banners last night on the Kop. A lot of people not very happy with the spirit of Shankly and their timing of that protest. I understand all sides of this debate, but if you pushed me on it, I would say I did feel it was a little bit petty last night, not having the flags on the Kop. But again, it is what it is. I mean, if you look at it from this perspective, how much does it cost to make one of those flags and banners? Maybe one less banner next season. That might make up for the 16 quid that the tickets have gone up over the course of your season ticket. But I don't want to be taking cheap shots at a time where we're all feeling a little bit low about the club, so I'm going to leave it there. But I want to know your thoughts on the game against Crystal Palace, on the remainder of the Premier League campaign, and on what type of reaction that you expect from the lads after what's been a fairly chastening couple of games, you know, to go to Old Trafford and again capitulate when we were in front, and then last night to see that unfold on potentially Jurgen's last European game at Anfield. It doesn't feel like the right way to say goodbye to Jurgen in Europe, and you never know with the second leg, but you've got to be realistic about it. A lot is going to have to change if we're to turn that around. So, my friends, I will catch you guys later on tonight if you're joining us for the late night agenda at 8:30. If not, I will catch up with you over the weekend and hopefully for the game on Sunday. Remember, it is a 1 p.m. start time for the watch along and a 2 p.m. kickoff. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.